to kick off for New Orleans.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. On the return, Walker. And he's going to be taken down inside the 10 at about the 8-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
First play of the drive is a run with Thompson. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9.
I got you. 47's the mic, boys. 47. Check.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Fournette. And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety. And the safety there, another mistake, and these mistakes just keep piling up.
How many more can they make? They put themselves in such a massive hole now. Going to be difficult to dig out from under.
Yeah, for sure they can't afford any more at this point. Watch out for Hill on the return. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And it's a matter really of the rich getting richer. They built a big lead already. Now tack 2 more on following the safety. And they've got the football back as well. And he'll get this way down into Jacksonville territory.
Offside defense.
Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Following the penalty, it's Murray. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 14 yards is the pickup. First down, New Orleans. And I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this fourth quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
8 yards on the pickup.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
First down.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. Shreds the tackle. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. The Saints first down there on a gain of 11.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Oh, he breaks another. Oh, another great move. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Alvin Kamara, 28 yards. And this offense is running away with this one. So another score there, and often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been... Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And he'll be out of bounds well short of the goal line, so the attempt at the fake extra point unsuccessful.
I know they're not asking me, but I'll give you my opinion anyway. I think it's time to erase that play from the call sheet. I guess they figure with the big lead they can experiment a little bit, but all in all, just go ahead and put that play on ice.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Look at me, zipper. Ready?
Throwing on first down is Minshew. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Credit that sack to Marcus Davenport.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
To try again after the sack. Minshew. And he'll bring it back to about the 5-yard line.
Intercepted by the Saints.
Well, partner, I got to tell you, I
think it's hard at this. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. They'll try to run it in with Murray. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points. Even though they've got this big advantage, Charles, they are not taking their foot off the gas pedal right now.
Well, I think what we're seeing is the result.
Oh, and now they're going to fake it. This will be caught at about the 5. And he will not make it to the goal line as his try for 2 is going to come up empty. But that's little consolation to this defense as they have been porous all game long. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here again comes Gardner Minshew. Bottom line, he's got to figure things out. He's completed 3 passes, but 2 of them have been to the wrong team so far.
And when we talk about the best quarterbacks, we're usually talking about touchdown to interception ratio, aren't we? And 2 to 1 is acceptable, but the top line guys 3 to 1 or better is what they're looking for. Now we're talking about interceptions versus completions. That's not a ratio should ever be in any discussion.
And he's taken down here by the Saints. Sheldon Rankins breaking through to get him to the ground. It's a loss of 7.
Got to give him points for the attempt, but there's just a wave of pressure there. A host of people in the area. Evades a few, but couldn't evade all of them.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And down he'll go at the 25.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. From the gun, Minshew to throw. Minshew going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked off by Malcolm Jenkins. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. Lutz will look to add the extra point. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. Wide open receiver complete. And boy, talk about adding insult to injury. He's into the end zone to tack on 2 more.
All right, partner, one more time. Our whole lives, you put the ball on the 3-yard line, kick the extra point. 2015, they put it on the 15 to kick the extra point. 2016, they said, we're leaving it there. So if you want to fake it, that's a long way to go. And they got it done.
I was going to say they had a 15-yard play in their back pocket.
You don't see that on too many play sheets, do you?
Now Walker on the return. The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 6.
The Saints defense getting ready here, heading back onto the field. Minshew going to lead up the Jaguars 1st and 10 at their own 16. After the pick six, they go right back to the air. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Chris Conley, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Kiko Alonso. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. That is caught inside the 5. And they are just not going to let up as he is into the end zone here for 2 more.
Will Lutz to kick off for New Orleans.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. On the return, Walker. And nowhere to go. He only makes it to the 5.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Here's a run on 1st down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard. 2nd and 11. This linebacking core, they've done a good job of keeping that running game in check, haven't they?
They certainly have, and what they'll also do when this game is over is thank the guys up front, the big defensive line, because they've kept them clean, so to speak, not letting blockers get to them, allowing them to run to the football and keep that running game bottled up.
On 2nd and 11 now. Minshew caught Eifert over the middle. And they'll mark him down right around the 9, just shy of the 10. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Now Minshew has it knocked out. Fumble. And this is picked up by the Saints. And he won't get in, but you can't be set up any better than that. They'll have the ball at the 1-yard line. The best starting field position you could possibly have. 1st and goal from the 1. Now they'll run. Murray. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
Offside, defense.
And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. They seemingly just continue to score at will. And as great as it's been for the offense, you got to feel for that defense down there.
I love how you use the word will. Because
oh, and now they're going to fake it. And he gets in. But no one was expecting a fake there, but they add 2 more onto their lead.
Will Lutz to kick off for New Orleans.
Entering settings screen, you have 19 options. Menu narration option.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
Out comes the Jaguar offense now as they get set to take over. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here.
Under pressure, they got him again. Malcolm Brown in there to record another sack, and that is now 6 on the afternoon for this defensive unit.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Kiko Alonso. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And, gosh, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, we all know the guy carrying the ball is going to get the credit, both in the stat line and probably in the newspaper. But guess what? Those guys creating holes, they couldn't feel better about themselves right now. Offensive line, tight end, probably even the wide receivers are involved. They're moving the ball well.
They run it again with Kamara. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. That play gets him 6 yards and sets them up with a 1st and goal.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
So this one, a victory here for New Orleans. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one. And that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing,
Will Lutz to kick off for New Orleans.
Will Lutz ready to get this one started. And off we go from Jacksonville. On the return, Walker. And not a great return here. He'll make it back only to the 10-yard line.
Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 10-yard line.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10.
A first carry now for Thompson. And he will lose yardage here back to his own 6. It's a loss of 4 on that first play, and it's 2nd down. It's probably a pretty good sign here on the opening drive if your guys from the secondary are coming up and spilling things in the backfield.
How about the adrenaline and aggressiveness that led his eyes to the backfield to run up there and make that tackle, setting a tone early for his defense.
Oh, and this is going to wind up a safety. So how's that for an interesting way to start this ball game?
First drive of the game and you go backwards all the way into your own end zone?
Guess it kind of makes you wonder what else we might have in store here in this one. Now the free kick comes after the safety from the 20 as they bring the punter on to try and get some hang time here. So Bree's going to lead the Saints up here, 1st and 10 at their own 44. The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. Oh, an absolutely filthy juke. He's got some space now. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. They went with the nickel look defensively, so they had 5 defensive backs in there. Didn't help them stop the run.
Yeah, I love that, the nickel look. 5 cents, 5 DBs. But what also happens then? You take a big body off the field.
Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara, 33 yards. And the Saints now add 6 to their lead. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And he'll be out of bounds well short of the goal line, so the attempt at the fake extra point unsuccessful.
Okay, they went for the fake off of the extra point attempt. It's a long way to go, and they didn't get there. Didn't get it completed successfully. Did someone dare them to do that? Did someone double dog dare them to do that?
I was going to ask you, maybe they saw something on film, but do you see something on a PAT? I don't know.
The only thing they needed to see on film there was a snap, a hole, and someone kicking the ball through the post.
And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 13-yard line.
So time to see Jacksonville again on offense for the 2nd time here in this game. And last time they surrendered the safety, we know they don't want to do that again.
That is just one of those oddities in scoring that we get, and it's just so strange to see that go up on the board, and then you got to make sure that doesn't happen to your team again. They've got to take care of the ball.
But, boy, it juices up the defense.
Oh, without a doubt. That's a great way to score some points.
That'll go as a loss of 5, and it'll make this a 2nd and long.
9-yard line.
On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette. And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety. And this defense continues to dominate. How about 2 safeties in one game here?
You don't even put that on your goal sheet. This is something that results when you're playing really well on defense and the offense has nowhere to go with the football. Dominating performance. Any return that gets you to midfield is a great return. 1 first down, and you're almost in field goal position.
New Orleans Saints, they get ready to set up shop for their 2nd drive. They'll have a chance to really make that safety work to their advantage as they begin things here. Great field position on the plus side of the 50. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Well, they're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to set as you.
And now off to the races down the right side. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Alvin Kamara with his 2nd touchdown of this opening quarter. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And he gets in. And no one was expecting a fake there, but they add 2 more onto their lead.
Will Lutz to kick off for New Orleans.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. On the return, Walker. And for the 3rd time now, this is going to wind up a safety. Unbelievable. Well, it's rare to see 1 safety. It's even rare to see 2, 3 safeties in a game, Charles.
Well, we'll be able to talk about this with our grandkids, great-grandkids, and anyone else that may come around the house when we get a little bit older on that rocking chair. We were there when we saw 3 safeties in one game.
Room to run at the 50.
After return to midfield, I just wish we could open up the heads of the offensive and defensive coordinators because right now, because things just changed. Offensive playbook just opens up. And now on defense, do you play aggressively or do you lay back a little bit to try and calm things down?
And some room to work. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 14 yards is the pickup. First down, New Orleans.
A gain of 14.
And not quite sure what just happened there, other than we do know that he spiked the football on first down. second down. Kamara gets around him. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Third down. From the gun on third down, Breeze. And that's caught by Smith. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Traquan Smith, 32 yards. And the Saints add on to their lead.
Lining up for the point after.
Now, first quarter, and this lead is already getting... Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And that's incomplete.
The conversion is no good on the fake extra point.
Well, I have to admit, I'm scratching my head a little bit here trying to make sense of what I just saw. Number one, huge lead. Just kick the extra point and be done with it. Number two, if you are going to go for two, just line up and go for it from the 2-yard line. Why make it so difficult? That's a long way to go to try and pick up some points.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. On the return, Walker. I don't know what was going on there, but the end result, this is going to be a safety. Well, I'm not totally privy to what went on with their offensive meetings, but, Charles, something tells me that one wasn't in the plan.
Yeah, when we had our production meeting, they didn't exactly share that with us, but I'm pretty sure that on the play sheet, the run backwards into your own end zone play was not written down.
So they will accept the penalty and move forward.
Let's go. Ready. Yellow waiting.
Breeze leaves this one with Kamara. And he's got room. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans.
Touchdown.
Alvin Kamara doing it again with his third touchdown here in the opening quarter. And the Saints just continue to roll. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. He's on pace now for 12 rushing touchdowns, and I think he's making fantasy owners smile.
I think you've got to change something on defense, don't you? I mean, we often talk about using a spy on a quarterback who has the ability to run and maneuver outside of the pocket. Maybe they need to change that to spying him, because this many touchdowns this early, that is demoralizing for a defense. One guy breaking them down.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Shotgun handoff to Thompson. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set him back for second down. Now Leonard Fournette. And he'll go down after losing yardage at the 10. That'll go as a loss of 9, and it leads to third down.
Third down.
They'll go play action here with Minshew. Brought in here by Tyler Eifert. And they'll get him down here at the 23. They get 13, but it's not nearly enough. And it'll be fourth down.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get into that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
First and 10. At their own 41-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. Strong run, but he's corralled just beyond the 40. Miles Jack there to make the tackle. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
The tackle made back.
The Jags with 5 in the secondary now on third down. Shotgun now for Breeze. Open man is Michael Thomas. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Well, that's one way to convert on third down, picking up 26 yards.
Well, things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick a down, any down, even third down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
Now the throw here complete on the right sideline. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
24-yard gain.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
On the tackle. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
On the ground, this is Kamara. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
On the play. And it's 3rd down.
Now Breeze on 3rd down. His pass caught at the 4. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Drew Brees on target to Emmanuel Sanders. And this offense continues to pour it on.
Okay, we need to double check here with Marvin because he keeps all of our good stats.
Oh, and now they're going to fake it. His throw caught right around the 6. And boy, talk about adding insult to injury. He's into the end zone to tack on 2 more. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Will Lutz to kick off for New Orleans.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This taken in about 4 yards deep.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Look at DJ Chark. Is he in the rest of the offense head back out? You better believe that he's well aware he has 0 catches right now, and they're losing, so he's probably a little hungry.
And you know the guys on defense are aware as well, and they're really excited that he has no catches, but they're also worried because a lot of times that's like the ticking time bomb. The longer you hold him down, when he finally explodes, look out.
Yeah, no catches, though, so far in this game.
And they'll run the option to start the drive. Now Minshew has it knocked out. Fumble.
And he's into the end zone. A fumble return and a Saint touchdown. This first half has been a nightmare for that offense. Defense just dominating them.
And when you're picking up the ball, picking up their mistakes, and taking it the other way and putting it in the end zone, that's a defense's dream. They're having that type of a game.
Everything that can go wrong has gone wrong for this offensive unit. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. That's complete right around the 8. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7.
Let me go ahead and show my age a little bit. I liked it when they would fake it from the 3-yard line, right? When you'd line up, go ahead and, oh, there's a fake, and he's going to get 2. That's great. But from the 15, the risk reward, it's just not there.
It's so risky to get 15 yards on a fake.
The Jaguars
So you see the result right there.
Yeah, I know these young whippersnappers are trying to do different things in this game, but let's go back to old reliable. Kick the ball through the post.
Get off my lawn.
That's darn right.
The Jags and Leonard Fournette making their way onto the field. And for him, it's been pretty limited involvement down on the scoreboard. Maybe time to turn to this guy.
And you know me well. Winning games to me means starting with the running game and continuing to press the running game. Maybe you go away from him a little bit now, but bottom line is he hasn't touched it enough to make a difference.
Well, they haven't established that running game yet. The question is, will they? 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Now Thompson. And they'll hit him for a loss as he's back to his 2-yard line.
34. The tackle made by Demario Davis. A big loss on the play. Brings up third.
Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down.
Minshew with a give to Fournette.
And not much there as he gets it up to about the 5-yard line. It's a gain of just 3, and the offense likely going to yield to the punting unit here on 4th down. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Here's Logan Cook now. And from their own end zone, it's a fake. And he will not make it. They stop him short of the 1st down. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool this defense. And now, boy, the ball's going to go over on downs here inside the 10-yard line. Try to pound it in, Kamara. Wiggles free. And he'll barrel his way into the end zone for a Saint touchdown. Alvin Kamara on his way to a historic performance. 4 first-half touchdowns as his guys continue to pour it on. And that rushing touchdown. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And he'll be out of bounds well short of the goal line, so the attempt at the fake extra point unsuccessful.
Will Lutz to kick off for New Orleans.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
This will make it into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these team special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Taken down back at the 12-yard line.
Behind the chains, 2nd and 13.
Yo, faster.
Out of the gun is Minshew. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back at the 2. Alex Anzalone came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage.
I think most quarterbacks would love to have the goal line actually extend up into the air and turn into a wall. They can put their back against it and know exactly where they are on the field. So,
and for the 3rd time now, this is going to wind up a safety. Unbelievable. Well, it's rare to see 1 safety. It's even rare to see 2, 3 safeties in a game, Charles.
Well, we'll be able to talk about this with our grandkids, great-grandkids, and anyone else that may come around the house when we get a little bit older on that rocking chair. We were there when we saw 3 safeties in 1 game.
Oh, some strong running.
In just about every special teams meeting, there's a discussion with the punter about his importance. Why? He can flip the field for your team defensively, move it deep into their own territory, or if you're backed up on offense, and he can hit a big punt and change field position and help his defense. In this case, though, field position got flipped by the return team. You can do it so many different ways on special teams.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
On 1st down, Breeze looking for the end zone. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Well, I think that was good strategy there, trying to go right back to him after the last completion. But this time, the defense was all over it, and they got there to break that one up.
Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former 1st-round pick, DJ Hayden. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line.
Well, Brandon, this is is a former first-round pick, and he's been a bit of a disappointment in his career up till now, but he's still got room to grow. And this is an excellent play right here to come away with the football.
Now Minshew on 1st and 10. Short pass, Eifert on the receiving end. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
2nd and 6.
Minshew sets to throw. And he'll get that to Fournette, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Good for a Jaguars. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with a coach and our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much.
And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it.
Josh Lambo to kick off.
Set now to go for the 3rd quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick. Certainly not what they wanted out of the locker room here, as they'll start defensively at the 40-yard line.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. He can't get him down. And some space here. Legs still churning.
Like a giant pinball.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Fresh out of the locker room, they hit him with a gain of over 20. Staying on the ground on 1st with Kamara. And he's going to get this inside the 30. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
47 Mike, 47 Mike, 47. That's a run. They're running it.
A man who's been busy this afternoon. It's Kamara again. Oh, he sheds himself free. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. That good for 19 and a 1st down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another 1st down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 1st downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. So they lost yardage, and they declined the penalty. There's no logical reasoning to do that.
I'm trying to go through this little Rolodex in this small brain of mine, and I'm coming up with nothing, partner. I've got zip on that one. Take the yardage, right? Take the penalty. I don't get it.
I don't get it either. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave him 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. A terrific job there to keep him out of the end zone. And now it'll be 4th and goal.
And that big gain may just change the thought process here on 4th down. I think in the red zone, they might now consider going for it on 4th down.
18-yard attempt.
The fake field goal catches everyone by surprise as his guys continue to put this one out of reach.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run. He finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
Oh, and now they're going to fake it. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll get into the end zone.